State of His Back Attitude. You have everyone. Another Dexter New Blood episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important. I, of course, was able to watch the episode early on the Amazon Prime Showtime channel, so if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching and watching Dexter New Blood, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which, of course, I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further, simply to avoid any potential spoilers. Also, I always enjoy discussing Dexter or Dexter New Blood in the comments section, so if you want to talk about the episode or any previous episode or any thoughts regarding the future episode, like the finale, series, or season finale that'll happen next week, leave it in the comments section. I shouldn't have to say this, but I'll mention it to help with the YouTube algorithm. If you're a fan of Dexter or Dexter New Blood, make sure you smash that like button, share this video across any of your social media platforms, or with that friend that you know that likes Dexter. And of course, last but certainly not least, to help grow the channel, if you would please hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. This will be Dexter New Blood, Episode 9. Title of this episode is called The Family Business. This will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. So the episode starts off with Dexter going over a scenario where he was in dark passenger mode due to the fact that he has an urge to hurt people. And it was something that happened some time ago with this guy that was a clown named Wiggles, who obviously did bad things to people. I think they were kids, which is a big no-no despite anything else. And Dexter, of course, made the bad things stop. He doesn't tell Harrison that he killed Wiggles. He just mentions that he made everything stop, and mentions to Harrison that Harry gave him the code. And then Dexter's dark passenger voice mentions that he still has one more gift to wrap in plastic, and that would be Kurt Caldwell's goon, which he chops up and wraps up. We see that Angela is looking at pictures of the Bay Harbor Butcher victims, most likely from Season 2 when Lundy had them in that area that Dexter made the trash compactor run into, or something like that. I don't remember the exact specifics, but Angela is way too close. And the fact of the matter is those bodies had needle marks on them too. So, I mean, she pretty much connected the dots. I'm surprised she hasn't called Angel Batista yet at that point. And Dexter gets Harrison some socks, some clothes, and a rifle for Christmas, and Harrison goes outside to shoot the rifle. During this sequence, Dexter tells Harrison that Kurt Caldwell has been killing women for years, and he knows this. And Harrison gives Dexter a sketch of, I believe it was Deb, for Christmas. And then Dexter also says that he has one more gift for Harrison, and Harrison opens up the gift and goes, really? And then they arrive at Angela and Audrey's place, and it was a ugly sweater that he got Harrison for Christmas, and Dexter also is wearing an ugly sweater, and apparently Dexter is the king of wearing ugly sweaters, or Jim, according to Audrey. And while they're there exchanging gifts, Kurt Caldwell shows up with a gift for Angela, and then there's high tension in that moment, obviously, because he was going to shoot Harrison and all that stuff. And once Kurt leaves, Dexter and Harrison suddenly leave, and Audrey thinks it's weird. And then Angela actually is like, well, he wants to spend time with his son. I get it, which is really weird because she's kind of on to him possibly being the Bay Harbor Butcher, but maybe she's just playing it off. And then Angela finds out that Dexter got ketamine from Mrs. Patel. And then Angela listens to Molly's podcast on the Bay Harbor Butcher. And then Dexter and Harrison actually find Kurt Caldwell's hiding place with the drone that Kurt had got Harrison, and they think that's where he might have his trophies at. And then Dexter calls Angela and cancels the Christmas night plans with her. It's unfortunate for Angela. And then Angela, shortly after the podcast thing, calls Molly, but she doesn't answer the phone and it goes to voicemail. And then we see Kurt at Dexter's cabin, or place that his home, and Kurt actually lights it on fire, waiting for Dexter to come out because he's got a sniper rifle with him, but Dexter doesn't come out, and Dexter's place just goes down in flames. And then Dexter and Harrison find the place that they think is Kurt's hiding spot, and there's like a lock on something, and Dexter picks the lock, which Harrison wants him to teach him that. And then they go down in the tunnel in this hiding place. There's actually a camera with some sort of like something that will trigger the camera to send a live feed to Kurt. So they go down there, and when Harrison goes down there, it does send something to Kurt's phone where he sees Harrison in his place. So they go in this place, and they see that all of Kurt's victims are well preserved on display in these, I'm not sure what it was, but including, unfortunately, Molly. So a lot of you were right in the comments section from the last review. Molly has been killed by Kurt, but it doesn't appear that he was chopping her up and feeding her parts to Harrison and himself. It seems like he just preserves the bodies and makes them look nice. So so Harrison sees all these, these bodies and wonders how the hell Dexter finds all this shit out and is like on everybody's trail. And he asks Dexter if he killed Wiggles, and Dexter says, "Yes, and I killed Arthur Mitchell, the Trinity Killer, as well, for what he did to your mother." So that was quite a reveal that he finally tells Harrison that he kills people as a vigilante sort of thing, and that while Harrison asks him how many people he's actually killed, and Dexter's like, shoot high, and he says hundreds, and Harrison mentions, well, then you've saved like 1,000 lives or more, and Dexter kind of goes, yeah, I guess you're right. So Angela checks out the hotel that Molly was at, and she's concerned due to some things that she left in the safe of the hotel, specifically the taser that she uses to protect herself because she's scared of the fact that the Bay Harbor Butcher might be out there somewhere. And then we see that Kurt is at his house, and he's gathering up everything that he has, packing up some money, and he's going to go. And then he sees Harrison there, and then Harrison distracts him so Dexter can put the needle in his neck. And now put the needle in Kurt's neck, and now Kurt is on the table in the area where he has all of his victims at. And Kurt, he admits to killing, and Kurt says that he saved them because they were just runaways, apparently. Well, I don't think Molly was a runaway by any means, but nonetheless. And then what Kurt does is he tells Harrison that Dexter killed Matt, his son. And just because he's like, oh, you're going to kill me because of some code and all that whatnot. And then Dexter does indeed stab and kill Kurt Caldwell. And blood drips down from the table that Dexter has Kurt on towards Harrison. And Harrison starts kind of freaking out, like visions of when his mother was dead, which as an infant, do you really remember that stuff? I don't know. And then, so he goes outside to get some fresh air. Dexter finishes up cutting up Kurt's parts, and then comes out, where the door is, and says, "Hey, can you put those in the truck?" And Harrison helps him out, and then they go to that one place and they burn Kurt Caldwell's leftovers. And then when they get back to Dexter's place, obviously they come back to the house being burned down. Angela and Audrey are there. And then Angela asks Dexter a bunch of questions. Where were you? What time did you leave? Where'd you go? All these things. And Dexter has answers for them all, actually. And then when they go, so obviously they can't stay there because there's nothing left of the cabin. They go back to Angela's house, and as they go in, there's something in Angela's mailbox, and she opens it up, and it's a note that says, Jim Lindsay killed Matt Caldwell, or Matt Caldwell was killed by Jim Lindsay. And that's how the episode ends. So, wow. So there is no more Kurt. So is Dexter going to be on the run for the next episode? Did Kurt leave that note in Angela's mailbox? Or did somebody else leave that note in Angela's mailbox and they're assisting Kurt Caldwell? Now, a lot of people think it's that one guy, the rich guy that has the helicopter, and probably right. We haven't really seen much of him, though, so I don't know if he would all of a sudden come back in the finale, but who knows? Maybe that'll be Harrison's first victim. I don't know. But as far as the score of this episode, I have to give it a 10 out of 10. These episodes are absolutely insane. I didn't think they would kill Kurt off in this episode, but nope. Kurt is dead and very much cut up. And also, I should mention in that envelope with that letter, there are the bunch of the steel titanium things that were in Matt Caldwell's leg. So this is going to be very interesting. And then, in addition to having a 10 out of 10 for this episode, the character of the episode, I'm going to give it to Harrison. Although Kurt Caldwell was a great villain, if I rank the villains on Dexter, he should be pretty high up there. So, all in all, I really enjoyed it. Will we see Angela call Miami Metro Homicide in the next episode and talk to Angel Batista, letting him know, I think I know who the Bay Harbor Butcher is, or something like that? I hope Batista comes back. I don't know. I think this is going to have another season. I'm not convinced that they're done after this, because I think what's going to happen this season, Dexter will get put in jail at the end of the episode based on what I see for the next episode. And I think the trial and everything will start next season. Who knows, though? I'm not really sure. But they just say finale. They don't say series finale or, they just say finale. So I'm thinking it will have another season. So you've heard me ramble far enough. Now it's, of course, your turn. So first, if you're a fan of Dexter New Blood, again, don't forget to smash that like button to help out the YouTube algorithm. Share this with anybody that you want to share with, or any of your social media platforms. Sound off in the comment section about what you think. What are your thoughts going into the finale of Dexter New Blood? Series or season? I'm not sure. But let me know what you think, any theories that you have. And, of course, last but certainly not least, I have to mention again, please don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel. It helps me out, and I obviously want to grow the channel. Join the team, show your damn support, and, of course, be a part of something special. And JDev will return.